Good morning. So, after a little bit of extra thinking, I think I'm just going to wrap this up. I did some test runs of the extra parts. I haven't really gotten into post-game stuff, but with this kind of rule set, it kind of just devolves into spamming a lot of books and items. And I'll be honest, I think it'll be more fun on the next run. So I think I'm going to go back to the original idea of just kind of finishing the main game here, kind of going from there. Keeping Denim here as a lord, though, kind of figure it makes sense on this run, since he can't even learn any real skills. This is the only one, I think. Yeah, this is the only skill his class actually gets, to my knowledge. And the rest of it is supposed to be stuff carried over from other classes. But at any rate, I actually had tried going through the Hell Dungeon again as part of a test thing. I'd tried giving everyone extra boulder bows and things like that. And it kind of worked, but it wasn't noticeably better enough to the point where... Let's just say before it was still like 2 or 3 shots, it just changed it to 1 or 2 shots for skeletons. But it didn't really change it enough to the point where there wouldn't have to be a bunch of exorcisms spammed all the time, so that's the only way getting through to the bottom of that. Yeah, I'm gonna... Alright. So this one's just a charge through a city, basically. Kind of one of the fun battles. But yeah, I can't actually really do a lot of the extra dungeons in any manner other than spamming items like crazy. Not to mention, I don't have all the 4 sisters saved this time around, so would basically just be doing half of those extra dungeons. Because you do need to have each of them available to be able to do them. In case you're unfamiliar with what they are, the 4 sisters, those old ones here with the gray hair and the colored dresses, so I don't have the yellow and the green one. Basically, they get a unique class if you go through all 4 of the dungeons of theirs. Kind of, if you've ever played Golden Sun, that's kind of the basic idea. Like here, there's a bunch of like long dungeons with an element assigned to them. Oh wait, then they get a class at the end. So, I mean, those are pretty fun. Actually, one of the main reasons I'm just gonna save it for the gun run is because the 4th floor of one of them is where you get the book for upgrading guns, and actually in the Hell Dungeons where you get the best one of those. As with, frankly, all the weapons. Actually, completely didn't think there even was a Snapdragon for guns. Which, again, if you're unfamiliar with these, basically is an item that, well, kills somebody but makes them ridiculously strong. At least in this version. Originally, you just sacrificed somebody into a weapon, and it got all their stats. Which, in those games, was always a sword. And to my knowledge, anyway, I don't think it could have been anything else. Again, most of my experiences with KOL, and in that one it was always one of the 6 swords you could get out of it. It was just whatever element the person was. Also, not too much strategy to this fight. Hanzo is a sword master, so he's pretty easy to kill off. And he kind of just charges ahead. So they're going to put a bunch of these guys down, they're going to start shooting arrows. Most of the time you just kind of get stuck in a bog around here, and just kind of go back and forth a lot. So if it ends up changing in some way, probably just spam paradigm shifts as before. And it seems like once that becomes available, this run pretty much just relies on that, just due to being generally underpowered. I mean, normally, like for example, if this was a, like, let's say nothing but weapon proficiencies run, it would just turn into spamming a lot of kill moves. So, really spamming items is about where it can go with it. Also, this music is a little low. kind of have some of that good music action. So it's going to take them a little bit. They're just going to come down. Cockatrices are a little bit annoying. I'm just going to leave them alone. Mostly I just want all the other little dragoons and side units out of the way. Mostly because, again, it's a little bit annoying to check which birds are what. So, just get rid of them. It's a lot easier to find out what they are. They're nothing. And yeah. Hanzo likes to charge down. He'll usually stop about halfway through the map and kind of change his mind. Not particularly threatening, but if you hit him a few times, he has Stone Bloom, so he'll petrify somebody. We've got a lot of petrification going on. He's got 2 healers, but as long as you have like 2 or 3 archers within range of him, he's done. Unless he's just got a lot of health. I want to say he's probably got a health bonus with that much. Yep. So he's got 20% extra health. Oh yeah, so they also get a evading move. Ridiculously late when they get it, and he actually shouldn't even be allowed to get it. He's 19 on the top right, you can see it's supposed to be at 24. The AI cheats. I definitely noticed a little bit too late when they put in the skill requirements, or the level requirements on the skills. It always makes me think that, you know, again, that was just kind of one of the late game decisions. Try and, I guess, put a little more balance in. But it's kind of weird balance. It mostly just imbalances stuff more than it actually balances. This probably won't hit. Nah. It doesn't make too much sense to have an attack. Figured I'd slap a boulder bow on him in case there's a zombie or something. I mean, he just got the requirement for a +1, so he can be slightly useful. And don't end up getting attacked from behind by this thing, so it can go away. I think most of these bags are either... Yeah, it's pretty much devolved into crafting items and money in those bags. Unless they've got semi-unique items. So yeah, this section here, it's basically going to be this, then a castle battle, then a couple more like general area battles, and then it becomes the Hanging Gardens, which are there more area battles? Hanging Gardens are basically endgame. When stuff gets all trippy and you have 25 battles in a row to finish it all off. Also, now that these guys aren't really going anywhere, suddenly Bound is proccing every turn. If you can make this shot by chance. Probably not, yeah. And I think once everyone gets their turns now... Oh. Well, that's fine. Once everyone gets their turns now, it should be just about done. Especially if this guy can recruit their healer. I had another idea after the gun run. I'm curious to see how an army of Dark Knights with another single class kind of thing, with Dark Knights and two-handers, just kind of generic Dark Knights for this game, I guess you could say. They're an interesting class, they just kind of suck a little bit. Like, they're all about their fear gimmick, but you basically gotta be really slow in order to make use of it. Also, kind of a funny thing here. So his Mind's Eye thing, so it evades all, I believe it's just melee attacks, not just physical. Yeah, so this evades all melee attacks. Now, for cheaper, you can just attack first, and get knockback, which odds are they'll already have. So, you can have a pretty good chance of just hitting somebody and knocking them back, or pay more to have it miss. Kind of a weird choice there. Oh. Probably should have had Gildas go for somebody else. Oh well. So he mistakenly decharmed both of them, but oh well. Kinda stabbing those guys for a chance of a, I think it was a claw that I needed for one of the items. There's a couple really good items that require beast parts, but it pretty much never drops. So much so that I'm not even sure that that's how you get them. Because I know that one time I just sort of got one at some juncture, but I can't really remember how. Only ever found one of them. Got evade on. This is kind of what makes this fight annoying. You've got this bridge, and more often than not, you're just kind of stuck running up and down the bridge a lot. I mean, it's a fun one. And frankly, right now, they've only taken out 2 people due to hitting pretty unlikely shots. Like, that was the first one that was actually a guaranteed hit. Oh well. Worst case scenario, have Denim run up, snipe their healer. Or maybe I can just recruit her. Apparently nothing says join us like losing a 30 of your life. There's some messed up connotations to that. Or implications, not connotations, what am I saying? Enter the lag zone for a moment. Wonder. Nah, I actually hit that. Thought it might hit her. Could have figured. But, oh well. I always think that'll go another way. Oh well, it's fine. Deal with the spam of birds. Run up the stairs is kind of the backup of the backup plan. Now we're down to plan C, because we got that crit. Oh well, still winnable. Need to stop getting crits though, that's getting annoying. That crit knocked him right off the cliff, and I kinda need him to be on it. Yeah, hubris definitely gets you in this game. Do a multi-heal here. Or I just plain not have any of those. I sworn I bought some. Oh well. Now, I'm actually fine with that just because it gets her out of the fight. I want to say his knights have some healing too, but they keep phalanxing themselves, so they can't really get to him in time. And then if I can have Merton running a little faster... So, I'm not gonna go for him just yet. Or the leader, I mean. They do need at least 2-3 people next to him. Otherwise, I'll just run off, and that's not gonna really help anyone. Curious what will happen here. I did a dumb choice, that's what would have happened there. Of course, the downside is, Faye's getting pretty close to dead. Might have to start pulling some shenanigans. Thinking for a sec. Yeah, everyone else should get at least one more turn. Okay, that's not good. Yeah, worst case scenario, I might just paradigm shift Merton into just mercilessly beating the crap out of this guy. Unless he can charm this one. Alright, then we should just be fine. One paradigm shift, though. Yeah, because I want this fencer to move. I know I have these. Where are they? This is confusing. I know I had paradigm shifts. But why do I have so few of them? Alright, I think I may have screwed something up saving-wise, because I went and I got another 99 of these things. Well, crap. And this is unlikely, but worth a try. Maybe it wasn't. He can run up, mercilessly beat this guy. I should take it. No, he's not. Right, he should have taken a shot at him. He just has slightly higher stats right now. Okay, well. Nonsense. And yeah, this should be a place with a shop, so yeah, I'll probably just buy as many as I can buy right now. Another part of the reason that I don't want to go and actually try and finally get through all of the extra dungeons on this challenge is, well, frankly, the ridiculous amount of grinding it takes. I mean, even fast-forwarded, it just takes forever. Alright, so I guess might lose Faye after all. Or not. Yeah, goodbye. Potential Kill Bill reference. That actually came out before Kill Bill, I think. Although, then again, it's probably just more of a general like, Japanese culture reference. Oh well. I'm good at ignoring obvious things. Well, 29. That's not too bad. Unless I never sold the orbs? Let's set up... No. Oh, now I remember what happened. I basically went and got all the money for it, and then figured, you know what, if I'm crafting anyway, I should probably just go ahead and... Oh yeah, this is the big castle. I think I'm gonna do this one, because I never do that one. Usually end up going for one of these two. So, yeah, I figured while I'm already doing crafting, I may as well just go and make all the guns for the Fusel run. At least the ones I can make so far. Because in order to make the rest of them and even upgrade the basic ones, I need the a Shidrin or whatever it's called. And in order to get that, you need to go to the 4th floor of... It was either the wind or the water, one of those element dungeons. Alright, now this one I actually played a lot more of in the original than in this one. And actually, it's part of the reason I'm curious about it now. Because in that one, they didn't have these guys on the sides. but they had more archers, and they had mages here too, and so basically they would just wait you out, so you had to go and send one person up and lure him back. I just want to see if they're going to do the same thing. Or are they just going to hop down? Alright, no, so far they're going to stick up there. I guess those guys can't really hop down, that's why they didn't make them wingling archers this time. It always bugs me with the bird archers that they always decide to charge in. I don't know if there's a lore reason for that. Really dumb. They have a massive height advantage and can practically hit anyone on the map. Oh, I have an idea. Let's just friggin' bum rush. No way that can go wrong. Okay, so yeah, they are gonna use the same strategy then, so... I'm thinking... Just take out these side guys as they come in. We'll just have the fencers up here, there's not much they can do yet. Alright, this is just to test if this will put them in range of the archers or not, or if they'll shoot this far past their range. So far it's not looking like it. That torch was about the extent of their range in the original, and I want to say it's probably going to be about the same here, and that's why they put it there. It's kind of an odd place for one. Getting a little deviation from the original already because they're sending their knights up. Is your leader at least going to stay back there? She should. That would be the best thing for her to do. And I'm gonna limit it to one of these for the moment. Probably just gonna go sell out all cash and remaining whatever is at the end of it. Buy whatever's left for the end game. It's gonna have to be limited to about 4, possibly less, but about 4 or so per fight for the end of the game. I wouldn't have actually used that there if you got bound, but I don't want to kill this. I don't want him to be getting hit with a breath. So with the 25 fights, just like the Hell Dungeon, there's certain parts that you can actually skip. So if you have units sitting behind particular doors, and you actually just have to run up to them and stand in the tile in front, they'll be able to... they'll just basically open up the door and it'll open up that path. Now, here's why I don't use short bows. Their range is definitely crap by comparison. But yeah, so he's got to... At least he can drop silence on people. I mean, I figure tanks... well, the knights aren't exactly the most agile. So, maybe they can at least spread around some of that. Not that 25% is a particularly good hit chance, but it's still worth a try. We're pretty close to the torch now. Now their leaders started moving forward. You really should be hiding back there. Really consider it. This will not end well for you. Not that it was going to anyway, to be fair. She's no longer charmed. She's no longer needed. I messed up to say, but she is kind of a problem. Also, I kind of figured this, all of this whole setup here kind of makes sense in a narrative context. So, once you beat the game, they just basically give you like a little joke note that says, oh yeah, you know, the friggin' time travel and stuff happens. Suddenly we found out our king's going around and like doing all kinds of weird shenanigans and showing up with doppelgangers of people in certain battles and stuff. And we can't quite figure it out and all that. And in a narrative context, this kind of makes sense. Like, personally, I think going through the Chaos route first is okay. He tried to be the good guy at the very beginning, but basically the Resistance got boosted by the fact that he was the bad guy. So, you know, maybe he regrets not being on it. Also, his sister died. So he probably would prefer to be avoiding that situation. And, well, he got made king, got his unique class, but can't really use it. Actually, I would prefer for him to be a buccaneer, and that's where I'm planning to have him become. Once post-game gets unlocked, I was planning to go back, save Asliston, have him be a buccaneer, you can recruit Vice in the other route. So I was gonna have him on the team, and then the rest is Fusiliers, and that's one of Vice's classes, well, his unique class. For some reason can't use pistols, but can use rifles, I was told. I actually didn't know about this. But yeah, so that way it would be at least spread between 3 classes, so while Fusiliers will be pretty over-leveled early on, that should balance it out. Hopefully. It's still an idea. Actually, I think the one reason that Vice can't use pistols is probably just because he has double attack. So he basically would be dual-wielding handguns. Which honestly, like, it would be awesome if he could do that, but his accuracy was just 25% under all circumstances. I don't think they wanted to take it that far, though, so they just banned the use of pistols on him. I mean, I know for a fact double attack doesn't work with 2 crossbows. I did try that one. But what can you do? I guess for pistols, they just felt it wasn't possible. There we go, that should be game. Yes, well, you pretty much have. You should have maybe left one of your knights as the leader. As good as the animal classes are, they're not very defensive. I mean, they're kind of like a good all-around medium class, I'd say. Well, I've been using them in the front. And they don't have the slowness. Alright, so I believe this is the one where Morn offers him a chance to work for him. And yeah, you can't go back and do these. It'd be kind of cool if you could attack from all sides. One feature I really hoped they would bring in the remake that they had in the, weirdly enough, in KOL, but they didn't have in the original, was where you'd split up your party and attack two different sides of a castle. And it's weird because for a GBA game, it was weirdly difficult to do that. Because up to that point, like, there were two specific battles. There were, actually, no, three. Because you had Asteria, Heaven's Gate, and then right before the last battle. So up to that point, you were just, like, training up maybe 10 or so people, because you'd be swapping out every now and then. And yeah, you can train everybody to the same level and everything. You can just hire more people if needed. I think overall it was a pretty well-encompassing system. It was just weird, because then all of a sudden, you're like, okay, we'll attack this gate, and then immediately right after that, would you like, you know... well, you can save any time during a fight, but then, like, immediately it jumps into the second fight, and like, oh yeah, here's the other side of the castle, where you're attacking with your 3 leftover guys. Hope you didn't save over your main save. And I guess that's why you can save on a separate file for your in-battle saves, and they don't actually give you the option mid-fight, or between the two fights. But it was still just a really cool thing. Because it seemed like the canon for one of them was to have a particular character lead the second group against their teacher. Except then, I don't think you could give their kill move, you got a kill move out of it. I don't think you could give that to the leader in that case. Which is who you really should have it on. I mean, his stats were pretty disgusting right off the bat. Also, that's gonna be a problem. Alright. I think I'm gonna have everybody hang out here for a minute. I'll take out some of the guys coming down. And deal with the archers later. Yeah, but his stats were pretty broken to begin with. Plus you can give him that move, which is like a triple damage at the cost of, I think, 25% of your health. And they had ones basically kind of like the original of this, and a little bit like this for everyone, where you have specific kill moves for specific weapons, except in that one it only had one for specific types. So the main one was for swords, you had another one that was from the bonus dungeons for bows. I think beating them all got you the one for rapiers and spears. And one more. You know, actually that might have been it, because I was thinking rapiers and spears, but they actually share the same move. But it got pretty well busted, because you had some unique gear. You could pile all of this, like, all this ridiculously strength boosting stuff on one guy, which again, you should already just be putting on your strongest guy. You could dump all of your stat boosting items onto, say, like, a dragon or something. Like, a giant or a dragon were pretty good. So you'd pretty much go and collect all these strength and agility bonuses, and just put, like, 45 of them on a single dragon thing. Thinking, okay, wow, this is an overpowered dragon or whatever. Give them some ridiculous name. Shove them into the Snapdragon thing. And it just transferred all of their stats into a single weapon. I think other than health. Because they decided that's where they drew the line. But all their strength, agility, like general bonuses. And if you then kind of late game, you could just go and do that again on another character, customize them to have the same elements and everything. Because presumably early on you would just kind of make it into your make your second strongest guy into a weapon. I probably should have taken a shot with Canopus here. Too busy talking. Yakking away like a moron. Alright, now right there, that guy, pretty tough to kill, but any knights that use Guardian Force are just immediately screwed. Because then they always do that when they're surrounded by squishy units, and you just go and you mash on those squishy units. And suddenly all their tankiness doesn't matter. is they're taking the same damage numbers. And it gets a little bit hilarious, because suddenly this guy that was an unstoppable machine is, well, pretty much dead in a couple kill moves, because, well, he decided to go and throw away all his armor and everything else so that he can protect his healer. Chivalrous, kinda dumb though. Battle gets a little weird sometimes. But they've got a lot of ninjas. Most of the time they'll just bum rush for some reason. I guess they're supposed to be some sort of like scout metaphor or something. But if they start spamming all their moves, it's problematic. Fortunate. Oh, don't get to see that buff very often. So that's why they're bomb rushing right now. No, that buff is disappointing at best. So first of all, it's really hard to actually come across a book for it. I want to say that guy up there is one of the guys that has it. You can get maybe 3 copies through the game if I'm not mistaken. Through the main route if you go and take out the right people and all that. All it does is make healing slightly better for a little bit of time. And by slight, I mean like 5 or 6. Practically inconsequential. Oh, they do use Petra darts. Okay. That's started. Here's is gonna run off then. And yeah, their leader's just gonna come down, serve himself on a plate. That'll work fine. Have everyone else shoot at this pile that keeps running down. Yeah, another feature they had in KOL they don't have in this for some reason. They basically let you pick your units when you're already on the map. And so they just kind of did a little pre-fight, you know, leader talks to some people sort of thing. And then you plopped your people down and they did the whole map discussion. It's usually something completely different. Or that's when everyone does all their posturing. It's a little weird that, again, they didn't have that. Dang. That is a little too evasive. And here's the problem with having ninjas with evade. They're already evasive enough. They don't really need a I get to ignore one attack kind of move. That kind of makes sense on the Juggernauts. Although I really wouldn't call it evade. But, you know, they're tank class. That makes sense. Probably gonna be the last chance to get that golem to piss off. No. Alright, well... just ignoring that problem then. So yeah. Normally does around 70. He did 77. Oh, that's such a game changer. That's definitely gonna win him this fight. Okay, if I can't get a charm on him, maybe I can done. Or a bind. Of course, that being said, now he just got his move. I'm about to have a bad time. He's farting on everyone. Didn't have that fart sound. Weird decision. You know what? There's a lot of weird decisions. Far from the weirdest. Well, dang. Just punch this guy's freaking thing off, thank you. Punch right in his thingy. Nonsense shield situation. Now that he doesn't have any move anymore, now that he's taken out Piers. On our side. 8. Evasion's a bit high, buddy. I don't think Gildas can just ignore evasion half the time. Kinda ridiculous. And yeah, their strategy here kinda seems to be just like you get stuck by the golem. Kinda gotta deal with stabs from the fencers, and then you have all these ninjas coming down. And they're supposed to do their ninja thing, but... well... for some reason this guy in particular is just way better than the other ones. He's supposed to petrify some people. They're supposed to get you stuck, and then the knight comes down to heal. Then all the rest of the support comes down, but they hope you get stuck right here, so that their archers are in range. Can't say that worked out great for him. And I know at least some of these leaders can be turned against their own people, which is a little funny to watch. Really, whether or not I should be attacking this guy is going to come down to whether he has phalanx or not. Probably have to check that first. Yeah, he does. And he already has enough points for it, so I should probably try to knock him past 100. Oh, you know what it probably is? This ninja's probably got sidestep, that's probably why we're missing so much. Yeah, he's got sidestep, that's why. There's something about 10% for each rank of that. So a couple more shots should do it if they can get them. because I don't need you getting shot. And world's most forgiving wizard. Like, oh, yeah, hold on, let me just pull your spear out of my nuts. Just put a band-aid on you. Oh, and I forgot, blowguns do have their own skill. Not that it really makes much sense to use, but... He... New up Surya. And she's a bit of a sponge. Although she always gets targeted. Hopefully this will be enough to knock you past 100. Yep. He's gotta have Tactician or something. Because he's getting 10 more points every time I look at him. And that's, you know, beyond the stuff he was already getting. He went from 85 to 91. What's funny is they kind of give up their speed advantage when they go and do double attacks. Honestly, it makes a little more sense to just have them with weapon and shield. Or darts and shield. Maybe you. Maybe even not, because the fight's going to be over pretty soon. I just wasted that. He's got a point. He can't exactly give up, because then his own people would just kill him. Whether he wants to or not, he's defending the castle, regardless how screwed it is. Here to shoot action. It's a cool setup for a fight, that's for sure. Don't know about some of the AI choices, but oh well. Alright, maybe it's not as over as I thought. Might be for her though. And I almost want to say, like, some of the ways that the shots go, I almost want to say that it's like an increase in crit range or crit possibilities depending on how far the shot goes. Because it seems like so many times they'll take an awkward long range shot and they'll just insta crit. Like, over and over and over and over. I don't know. Maybe it's just their naturally high crit chance. Alright. Well, that's entirely on you then. You could have used Phalanx, and instead you went to the super expensive freaking Shadow to prevent the one guy that can't even reach you from reaching you. Oh, now just a butterfly landing on him would break his spine. It's gonna be kind of a hefty butterfly, though. Also, funny thing is, he says it's unexpected. After the rest of the conversations they had, not unexpected. I want to say Venom should be able to use a proper thing now. Yeah, so they got betrayed. Martin betrayed all of them. along with Endoros. I don't have any part of this. Oh, I don't know. Maybe you kind of, you know, took over his country and killed everyone? That might be part of it. And yeah, they could have gotten out at any time. They just kind of felt they needed to make that act happen. I like this art in the background. Freaking cool looking. I wish that there were like better quality versions of it at some point. Or someplace. Yeah, that was just a freaking cool looking city. And I guess the assumption is the main armies are off fighting off somewhere else, and you're really just leading the main squad through. So these guys just piss off, like, they'll just betray everyone no matter what. Because they're basically after that whole, like, legacy thing, which is supposedly pretty much all the money and power and immortality and whatever anybody else could have wanted. So that's what those two are after. They accuse everyone else of being after it. Apparently that was the whole deal of, like, putting Cashua as queen. And it's just their logic of, well, you screwed this up, it's on you. Alright, now. To deal with this fight, they've got a lot of squishy dudes. And I kinda wish I could just go and recruit this guy, but no such luck. Alright, so, from the start here, this guy, yes, he's squishy, but he is ridiculously offensive as far as, like, magic-y stuff goes. These two are pretty average as far as that goes, but look at that. They got, like, double their friggin' offense. Oh, bizarrely enough, that's... Wait, what? That's weird. Alright. I was just looking at their defense, and he's got friggin' tank-like defense going on right now. Anyhow. So... These guys all pretty squishy. Got their two-handers, because nobody told them they sucked. And, a couple healers, couple archers, and a couple gunners. This is the only story fight where you run into gunners, I believe. So, guess I might as well remind him how much better archers are. What I like to do in this fight, and what I'm going to end up doing here, set up these guys off to the side. Ninjas will not be doing much in this fight. But Leader stays back, frontliners go to the front. Guys gonna talk about how they're related, do the whole Vader thing. Basically just gets told to piss off. He's, you know, a bit of a nutcase. Turn that up. Now, I'm gonna set up the guys, set up all of the animal guys in front, as per usual. They're gonna just do their usual thing. Spear guys right behind them, right off to the sides as needed. Their gunners and archers won't do anything, but they're just gonna sit there and take stuns. That's why they're out in the front right now. So they're gonna send a few Dark Knights down at a time. They will do what they do best and die. So, a little bit of that's gonna happen. Not gonna need any paradigm shifts on this one. I'll just have a dart finish that one off. Or not. I want to say this guy's a unique class, actually. Yeah, Bishop. Kind of a multi-purpose mage, just can use any of the moves. I'm slightly curious to try this. Alright. These ninjas might be a little more useful than I thought. If they can jump on top of the walls. And odds are these guys' loot will suck. I'm not gonna bother. I'll even check that one, because they're not gonna hit anything. Now, I believe now that I've gotten one person past the statues, they should all bum rush down. But I'd like to at least get this guy sent back into their own lines. Because I'm thinking send one back, retreat everyone else back to their original spot. That way there's one guy going around just kind of distracting the healers. Or if they end up doing enough damage, just kind of pushing on through. Because these guys getting stunned barely even matters. There we go. Oh no, that only affects enemies. Okay. The Lament of the Dead, that's their AoE move. So it has a something like 20... Okay, it starts off at like 15 to 20% chance to hit everybody with fear. Scales off of their intelligence, I want to say. Something like that. Whatever their friggin' magic skill is, which is pretty much terrible, so they don't really hit particularly hard. Change my mind on the ninjas, they're gonna be interesting now. Usually Morn runs way to the back, and he's decided to run forward for some reason. There's a reason to start pushing forward then. He's nightmarishly difficult on the original. I remember losing like 4 or 5 people in this fight. And that point, you didn't just get them knocked down or lose a life. They were just permadead. Wait. Very much can be. Ran out to the front lines. Not exactly a very brilliant thing to do. Not that it would have really gone much better if he hadn't, but still. Now, I want to say that marks the point of Denim getting a bow that doesn't suck. Yeah. Guys saying, hey, let's maybe not all murder each other. Everyone's really keen on murdering each other. Dealing with your own soldiers doing that kind of stuff. So, yeah, you can kind of piss off your own guys, or, you know, piss off the locals. Personally, I think no, screw those guys. But, yeah. So then you basically just get accused of siding with the backroom, but... I mean, frankly, you just kind of invaded their country. It makes more sense to have everyone agreeing, hey, maybe raping kind of sucks. Not do that. Then everyone gets along. Well, they murder each other in the background, but whatever. Alright, now... Is there any more stuff? Yeah, that might be the last store update altogether. Alright. Siege bows are 18, so no. So Denim will continue to suck. This is gonna be the last store visit. Go ahead and sell some stuff. Just gonna keep the books because they're rare. I'm gonna keep these just in case. I don't know, there might be a use for them. Butcher darts, kind of sucks that they weren't any better than they were. Oh no wait, yeah, I made him a composite bow, so he can use that for a little bit. Actually, it's gonna put him about on par, weapon-wise. He can be. Work pretty well. I believe I got the stuff together to make an upgraded... a heater shield. I did. Can it work? Yay! Alright. Probably just gonna slap that on a ninja or something if they can wear it. Don't think they even can. Well... who can use this? Alright, the fencers can, and Denim can. But Damask bows don't exist yet, so... it doesn't really do a whole lot of good. Magic key stuff. Thinking beans. That'll be useful later. Useful for run 2. Wait, those guys can use Ogre guards. Why did it say they couldn't? Oh, that's why. I actually need for... yeah, this is the best part about having having a fast forward button. You can just straight through all this crap. Okay. See, this is the speed that they should have made this. Notice how it's quick, and you can go in, make your thing, and call it a day. Graphite. Comparison. Man, that slowness is suffering. I guess I actually already had some iron bars left over, so I didn't need to do that. Alright. It's just so much better. Oh, screw it.